Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Today is a very auspicious day. The appearance day of Lord Balaram. Balaram Purnima. Saptama Garbha was Balaram and Ashtama Garbha was Krishna. The Akashvani told Kamsa that the Ashtama Garbha of the sister whom you are taking to her husband's home will be the cause of your death. So in the beginning, Kamsa thought, let me excuse the first 7 children. When the 8th children is born, I will deal with him. I will kill the 8th child. But due to interference of Narada Muni and also other influences around him, he took it that any of the children could be Vishnu. So he started atrocities and arrested Devaki and Vasudeva, and one after another he killed the first 6 sons. Correct? The first 6 sons were killed, and the 7th son, before the birth of the 7th son to Mother Devaki, Lord Krishna himself called the Maya Devi or Yoga Maya and instructed her. The 7th, as the 7th son of Devaki, Mother Devaki, my elder brother Sankarshana will appear, Sankarshana. So kindly transfer him to the womb of Mother Rohini, who is also a wife of Vasudeva, but they are dispersed out of fear of Kansa. And Rohini Mata had taken shelter of Nanda Maharaj in Gokula. She was staying. They all got dispersed here and there. So kindly transfer the 7th child to the womb of Rohini. And for the 7th time when Devaki Mata became pregnant, she was carrying, both happiness and sorrow showed on her mind, showed up. Happiness because she is going to get another child, and misery and unhappiness because why was she unhappy? she became happy that she may get another, she'll get another child. Why she was unhappy also? Because Kamsa had already killed 6 sons of Devaki. So every son Devaki would give birth, this Kamsa would come and would lift the child and bang him against the wall. So they will kill. Mercilessly was killing. So she was afraid, but by divine arrangement, the baby was transferred. Krishna is not an ordinary baby. The divine Lord was transferred to the womb of Mother Rohini. That's why Balaram is also called as Rohini Nanda, Rohini Dulal. We have a friend, Rohini Dulal, the darling son of Rohini Mother. Yeah. So then everybody thought that there was a miscarriage. The child has been lost. So that was it used to happen. So they thought this also is a case of miscarriage, and the issue died down there. But without their knowledge, the child was transferred to the womb of Rohini Mother. Okay. And as we know, the 8th child was Krishna. A few days after today, we will celebrate Krishna Janmashtami when Krishna appeared. So Lord Balaram is the personification of service to Krishna, is the personification of spiritual master. Balaram is the Adi Guru, the Moola Sankarshana, the source of all avatars apart from Krishna. That's why he is also called as Shesha. Ananta Shesha coming from him, Mahasankarshana comes from him. So expansion is, first is Krishna, and from Krishna comes Balaram. And from Balaram comes what is called Chaturvyuha. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. 4 forms of Vishnu. From Krishna, Balaram, expansion. Krishna expands himself. First expansion is Balaram. From Balaram, Chaturvyuha, 4 forms. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And from Sankarshana comes Narayana. And from Narayana, another Sankarshana, another Chaturvyuha. Vasudeva 2, Sankarshana 2, Pradyumna 2, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Second Chaturvyuha. From the second Sankarshana comes Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu comes Garbhodaka Vishnu. And from Garbhodaka Vishnu comes Kshirodaka Vishnu, whom we call as Paramatma. Krishna, Balaram, Chaturvyuha, Narayana, another Chaturvyuha, Mahavishnu, Garbhodaka Vishnu, and then Kshirodaka Vishnu. So this is the expansion. And there are several other types of expansions also. So there are innumerable expansions of the Lord. Expansions. So Balaram is the foremost of expansion. The first expansion of Krishna is Balaram himself. So he is non-different, completely non-different from Krishna. There are several shlokas in the Shastras which describe the glory of Lord Balaram. I'll just read a few from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So many wonderful verses we have. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavana. There are 2 words here. Avatara, Avatari. Avatara is one of the expansion of Krishna. But Krishna is not called Avatar. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also not called Avatar. Avatari means the source of all avatars. Like Vishnu is Avatar. He says Narsimha is an avatar. Lord Ramachandra we can say avatar, one of the forms. But Krishna is Avatari Krishna. Sarva Avatari Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavana is the supreme personality of Godhead. Tanhara Ditiya Deha, Sri Balaram. The supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations. Lord Balarama is his second body. He is the same as Balaram. Ekai Swarupa Donha Bhinna Matrakaya. Only the color is different. They are all both are Dvibhujas. If you see, after Balaram again Chaturbhuja. Vasudeva Sankarsana Pradyumna Aniruddha is Chaturbhuja. So very few forms have Dvibhuja form. Lord Rama is Dvibhuja, Krishna is Dvibhuja, and Balaram is also Dvibhuja. एक ही स्वरूप दोन है भिन्न मात्रकाय आद्यकाय व्यूह कृष्ण लीलाय सहाय. He doesn't come to do lila. These two are one and the same identity. They differ only in form. Lord Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Krishna. The first expansion of Krishna is Balaram, and he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. He appears. Say Krishna Navadvipa, Sri Chaitanya Chandra. Same Krishna has appeared in Navadvipa as Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Chandra. Say Balarama Sangya Sri Nityananda. You can chant this. Say Krishna Navadvipa.
Say Krishna Navadvipe.
Say Krishna Navadvipa.
Say Krishna Navadvipe.
Sri Chaitanya Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Chandra.
Say Balarama Sangye.
Say Balarama Sangye.
Sri Nityananda.
Sri Nityananda.
Say Krishna Navadvipe.
Say Krishna Navadvipe.
Sri Chaitanya Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Chandra.
Say Balarama Sangye.
Say Balarama Sangye.
Sri Nityananda.
Sri Nityananda.
That original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvipa as Lord Chaitanya. Krishna appears as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. So whenever Krishna appears in any form, Krishna, Balaram always accompanies him in different capacities, in different forms. So when Krishna came as Ramachandra, Balaram came as Lakshmana. When Krishna himself came, Balaram came as Balaram himself. Now he is the Lakshmana is younger brother, Balaram is the elder brother. Whenever Lord Krishna appears as Vishnu, he appears as his Shesha. Shesha is also interesting. If I remember, I might have told. Shesha means in mathematics, Shesha means remainder. What is left? If you divide 5 by 2, what is left? Division 5 by 2. If I divide 5 by 2, what is the remainder?
10.
5 divided by 2, what is the remainder?
What is the quotient and what is the remainder?
Divisor, dividend and
1.
quotient. 1 is the remainder.
Yeah.
Correct?
1.
13 by 2. Mathematics. 1. Correct?
Answer is 10.
13 by 2.
That is the remainder is 1.
I leave it. Okay, you have to divide. Okay, that's okay. So remainder is 1. What is left is 1. Correct? Remainder. So Shesha means remainder. There Sri Gopinath Prabhu was saying, Krishna is everything. Krishna is all inclusive everywhere, and everything else is Balaram. Whatever is left apart from Krishna is Balaram. That's all. There are only two personalities, Krishna and other than Krishna is Balaram. In the sense, all the Tanmatra, all the things that are utilized to serve Krishna is Balaram. Like in the altar, Lord is there, and there are many things other than that. There is altar, there is chamara, there is mridanga, there is the puja samagris. All the puja samagris are Balaram, including the dham. The Vrindavan dham, you see, where the place, the dham is what? Balaram. So Krishna, to serve Krishna, Balaram becomes all that is to be offered to Krishna. That is the mood of Balaram, the mood of service. Even Lord Lakshmana, he never played the role of a Ishwar. He never became put on the mood of Ishwar. He always put on the mood of servant, Lakshmana, always. Though in the Balaram Lila, you can sit on the mat, it's cold. You can, okay. Don't touch that. Okay. So though Balaram was sometimes visibly in the mood of commanding Krishna, several times. He used to order Krishna, do this, do this, do this. He was ordering Krishna. That is out of affection. And in the Vrajalila, Balaram was always in a protective position because he is the elder brother, and Yashoda Mata would always tell Balaram, please take care of your younger brother. Definitely, if two kids are going, elder brother and younger brother, two siblings are going, the mother will tell the elder child, please take care of your younger siblings. Allah, he used to, your father is tell, mother is tell, take care of Moksha, used to tell Moksha. Like natural. My brother used to take care of me. So that was the mood. So Balaram is always playing the mood of the protective brother, brother. But he knew that he is always the servant of Lord Krishna. Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to address Nityananda as Bada Bhai, elder brother, though they are not born from the same mother this time. So they were born in different localities. Correct? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born to Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata, whereas Nityananda Prabhu was born to Adaya Pandit and Padmavati Mata. They are not so-called brothers in the same sense, but they are eternally brothers. So Nityananda Prabhu was roughly about 12 years elder to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the first time they met in Nandanacharya's home, so they knew that they are brothers. And always Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to address Nityananda Prabhu as Bada Bhai, but Nityananda Prabhu always used to address Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Mora Prabhu. He will never say Chota Bhai, Mora Prabhu, always as Prabhu, Master. So that was the mood of Balaram and also Nityananda Prabhu. So Balaram is the Adi Sankarshan, is the Adi Guru in our context. So several things that Balaram does. Balaram practically takes care of everything. Krishna doesn't work. That is the beauty of Krishna. Who is God? Who doesn't work? There is a beautiful example also. Some gentleman from outside India came and wanted to know who is God. Who is God here? He wanted to know God. So he wanted to figure out himself. He went to several temples. He went to Devi Mata temple, he went to Ganesha temple, Kartikeya, and Durga Mata in that area. He went to many temples and he went to Krishna temple also. Then he did some calculation and finally he gave his understanding that I think Krishna is God. Can you guess why? What made him conclude like that? Just wild guess. He went to several temples, many temples he went, Devatas went, and also Krishna temple, and somehow he felt that I think Krishna is God. Why? Because he told that all the Devatas are doing some work. Somebody is holding a Trishula, somebody is holding a Khadga, somebody is holding riding on a horse, somebody is taking up a task, somebody is taking care of planets, Dikpala, this and that. Everybody is on a task, has taken up some portfolio, what you call. It's a portfolio also. They are doing some task. Who is Indra, who takes care of rains, who is Varuna, he takes care of water, he takes care of this. Everybody is on a job. Krishna is the only God who has no job, who has no task to do, no portfolio. He is simply playing flute. Correct? It's why Krishna is
he maintains stability all through his life, regardless of whatever happened, up or downs,
yes,
and downs.
Yes, that's correct. Simply by his will. The king doesn't take up any task himself. He is the proprietor of everything. All he has to do is desire that something should happen. And there are his order carriers standing by to execute what he wants. If he feels that let there be a palace here, he just has to show the place and desire. There are people to execute that. So the Devatas are the executors or order carriers of Bhagavan's instruction or desire. So he decided Krishna is Bhagavan. So Lord Balaram practically takes care of everything that is needed for maintenance. Because Mahavishnu is an expansion of the expansion of Balaram, who creates the universes. Yasya kanishvachita kalam athavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanaatha Vishnur mahan sahiya yasya kala vishesho govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. From the breath, exhalation of Lord Mahavishnu, the universes come out. Yasya kanishvachita, from his one shvasha, and they are maintained and they go back into him when he takes the breath back. The entire lifetime of Brahmanda is just the duration between his exhaling and inhaling. And we think life is so long and we have achieved so much, I missed out my life, I cannot, so many things. But what is our life compared to Brahma's life? It's very, very lengthy. Crores of our earthly years is just one day of Brahma. So he's 100 years. That is also nothing in comparison to Lord's time. So here, who is that Mahavishnu is an expansion of Balaram. And the same Balaram expands again as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, who stays on the Garbhasagara. Nowadays the Narasimha is there, you see, where Hiranyaksha took and hid Mother Earth underneath the Garbhasagara. And Varaswami goes inside into the Garbhasagara and takes out Mother Earth. That is Garbhasagara. Then again same from Garbhodaksha Vishnu's navel, when lotus comes, on the top of the lotus flower there is Brahmaji. And again the same Garbhodaksha Vishnu expands into another form called as Payogdishai or Kshirodakshai, whom we call as Paramatma or the Vishnu, the Tribhurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. In that Vishnu, it takes care. So Balaram is taking care of all the things that are required to serve Lord Krishna. And the same Balaram has appeared as Nityananda. And to our context, of course, Balaram takes care of everything. To our context, for the conditioned souls, for us who are in ignorance, Balaram is the Guru. Balaram is the Guru. And Balaram is strength. So when Balaram was born, he was kept, the news was kept as a secret, so that Kamsa doesn't know about it, and there is no damage caused to the children. Even Krishna's birth also was kept as a secret. And though Nanda Maharaj was the king of the Gokula, he could not celebrate a very pompous, big time birthday. Any rich man wants to celebrate the birth appearance of the children in a grand way, but he couldn't because of certain restrictions. So they had to secretly perform the name giving ceremony. Where did they do name giving ceremony of Krishna and Balaram? In their Goshala. They did in a Goshala. So Lord Krishna has been showing how important mother cow is for him in the Goshala. So there, Gargamuni, the guru of Vasudeva, Gargamuni, he gave names to the two sons, two boys. The elder one he called as Balarama. Balarama has two aspects. One is Bala, he will be of great, immense strength, and Rama means giving happiness. Ramante. So he will give happiness to all by his loving care and by his very presence. He gives happiness. Balarama, strength. He is strong and he gives ananda. He gives happiness. And Krishna is because he is all attractive. He Karshan. He attracts everyone's attention and he attracts the hearts of everyone. Krishna. And Balaram, again for our context, Bala is not just the physical Bala. Bala is the spiritual strength that Lord Balaram gives. Because Balaram is the Guru, Adi Guru. And all the Gurus that we see, our spiritual masters like Prabhupada, Acharyas, are nothing but a expansion or representative of the original Guru, Balaram. So whomever you see as Guru, first of all, who is Guru? Guru and Laghu, two words are there. Laghu means what? Light, halka, just cotton, Laghu. Guru means heavy. The very word Guru is a basic word is Guru. Guru means heavy, which is something which is heavy. It's very heavy, right? Heavy. And if I take small cloth, it is light, very light. So heavy, Guru is heavy. Why heavy? Because he is heavy with knowledge about Bhagavan. Or heavy with the great qualities he has acquired. Heavy with the spiritual responsibilities he has taken. So Guru means heavy, Laghu means, the other word is, Laghu means light. Light. Okay. So Adi Guru is Balaram, and whom we see as Gurus, our Acharyas, Sri Madhur, Srila Prabhupada, they are the representative of Balaram. Because our spiritual master doesn't speak anything on his own, or from his own mind he doesn't speak. Who is Guru? Guru is one who simply repeats the knowledge of the Shastras for our understanding with the examples or the analogies which we understand. Like if somebody gives a classical examples of the yester decades or yester centuries, can we understand? It doesn't relate to us. So we need an example or explanation in our language, in our own context, with our own everyday examples. So Acharya may give the local or present time examples or language, but the message is from the same as what Krishna and scripture has given. So Guru is one who represents the message of Shastras and Lord Krishna. So Balaram is Adi Guru, and all the Gurus who are present and who guide us are his representatives. Again, Guru is of three types. First is the Chaitya Guru, Paramatma. First Guru is Bhagavan himself. As Paramatma, he guides us. And externally, we have two Gurus. One is the Diksha Guru, who gives us initiation, who officially initiates us. And Shiksha Guru is one who teaches us about Bhakti. Anyone who teaches is the Guru, spiritual master, Guru. And all the Gurus are the representative of Lord Balaram. And again, the same Balaram has appeared as Lord Nityananda. Nityananda to deliver all of us, to give us this great knowledge. And for us to be successful in spiritual life, there is also a nice verse. We can read this, chant it also. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastattvadarshina tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. In this purport, it is saying, Tadvidhi. What is the vidhi? What is the way to approach? What is the ways to acquire knowledge and attain perfection of life? It says the process is to approach a spiritual master. First, serve him, surrender unto him, render service. Then inquire from Guru about what should I, how should I, what is the knowledge about life, what is the understanding of life. The spiritual questions one should inquire in a submissive mood, not in a challenging mood. Let's see how much he knows, or let me try to teach him. That's not the way. So we should approach Guru with the mood of service and wanting to learn. In this one very nice line, one very powerful line comes in this purport, saying, the secret of success in spiritual life is what? Satisfaction of the spiritual master. Satisfaction of the spiritual master is the secret of success in spiritual life. If we can satisfy, if we can please the spiritual master, then our success is guaranteed. We cannot satisfy Krishna because we have no access to Krishna. Can we directly speak to Krishna? Can we attend and connect to Krishna? No, we are too unqualified to approach Krishna or connect to Krishna. But the person whom we can see with our eyes, whom we can talk to, whom we can connect to, is the spiritual master. Guru is the person whom we can speak to. He speaks our language. He lives amongst us. So we connect to the spiritual master. So spiritual master is the representative of God, and we serve Krishna through the spiritual master. And to satisfy or to please Guru is the secret of success. And again, our theme that we are doing in these classes is serving Krishna or pleasing Krishna by service. And that service to Krishna is via media of the Guru. We cannot serve Krishna directly. We serve Krishna through the via media of spiritual master. And all the spiritual masters are the representative of Lord Balaram. So we'll just another 10 minutes, we will chant the Dwadasha name of Balaram, Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is our spiritual master, and we must chant the holy name of Sri Nityananda Prabhu so that we get his mercy. Nityanando Vadhutendur Nityanando Vadhutendur Vasudha Pranavallabha Jahnavi Jivitapati Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu Raktambaradhara Sriman 12 names. These are I will tell the names first so that we can recite properly. Nityananda is always happy. Nityananda. Avadhuta means he doesn't have to follow the rules and regulations. Rules and regulations are for the neophytes who are not yet fully fixed. But Nityananda Prabhu is so qualified, so advanced that he doesn't have to follow the Avadhuta. Nityananda Avadhuta. Vasudha Pranavallabha. He had two wives. Vasudha and Jannavi Mata. Vasudha Pranavallabha, Jannavi Jivitapati. Krishna Prema Pradapu. He gives us Krishna Prema Pradapu. Then Padmavati Sutta is the son of Padmavati. Padmavati Sutta Srimad. Shachinandana Purvaja. Purvaja means elder brother. Anuja Purvaja. Sachina, who is Sachinandana? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is son of Sachimata. Sachinandana Purvaja. Bhava Unmatta. Bhava Unmatta. Unmatta means all intoxicated. In what? Bhava. Bhakti Bhava. We are also intoxicated by different material bhava, or somebody through intoxication, liquor, somebody through some money. We have some different intoxications. But Nityananda Prabhu was Unmatta in bhava. Bhava Unmatta Jagat Trata. Trata means, Trayate means deliver. Deliver. Jagat Trata. Rakta Gaura Kalevara. His bodily form was Rakta Gaura. See, it's very important to understand the mood of Nityananda Prabhu and how we can benefit from his protection and mercy. We all in this world, we all are in a state of ignorance. So Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada writes, what is Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? Very nice line. In the very beginning, I'll read out that also. Just what is Bhagavad Gita? This paragraph is very important. The purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to deliver mankind from the nescience of material existence. The purpose of Bhagavad Gita is we are all in darkness. That's why we say, no? Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasima Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amritagamaya. Asat, we are in Asat. Give up Asat and move towards Sat. Tamasima, Tamas means ignorance. Give up ignorance and move towards knowledge. So this scripture, Bhagavad Gita, why did Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita? Is for us to deliver us from this nescience of ignorance. The purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to deliver mankind, all of us, from the nescience of material existence. Every man is in difficulty in so many ways, so as Arjuna was in difficulty in having to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. Arjuna's context was he had to fight his own cousins, that was in difficulty. But if you see our own study, our own lives, all of us are in one or other way always in difficulty. Can anyone say I am not in difficulty? I am free from all anxieties, no problem, pakka, perfect. Can anybody say? Anybody can claim? No. All of us are in trouble because this word is designed to put us in trouble. Nobody can escape. However big, small, whoever it is, one has to. However, sir, no problem. If you have no problem, you are okay. So means the gap between two problems is our happiness. We breathe little bit, again another problem comes, again we are good. It is like someone who is drowning. So he is drowning, sometimes for a while he comes up, his face up and up out of the water. Little bit happiness he takes. Then again, by the time he finishes his breath, again he is pushed down. We are like that, correct? Again, this little gap between the two problems is our happiness. And also happiness, what you think about is the negation of misery. It's not a positive word. Happiness is a negation of misery. Whenever you can solve your miseries, that is happiness. Otherwise, by default, we are in difficult times.
Okay, may I comment?
Yeah, please.
So this is only when that Atman thinks that everything that's happening is permanent.
Okay.
The moment, okay, it's, I'm not. There are definitely certain folks, because all of these knowledge and all of these satsang is meant to take folks to the higher level. So definitely there will be filtrations will be there. It's like a pyramid. So definitely filtrations will be there. People will definitely or have already attained, or this is a continuous process, right? Where folks attain that level. So once one knows that this is Maya, and this is just a cloth that I'm wearing, right? And then the way they look at things, whatever happens around, right? They know that it is just a process or activity, and there is nothing to keep close to our heart. right? When that comes, then this question of happiness or misery goes out. So that is possible. It's not that it's a regular practice of multiple things, and one can attain it and still can be in this world. They need not go to mountains and be a yogi. They can be here just by practicing. They can look like a normal person, but the way they look at things, there's no question of attachment or detachment, but definitely there is being untouched, but absolutely being involved in everything. So it's possible, I'm coming to say with...
Very true. Correct. So, very interestingly, you made mention of two stages. One is a stage where the soul or individual has not realized that he is Atman. He is how he is entangled in Maya, how is different from his present identification with the body. Technically, it's called as Dehatma Buddhi, identifying himself with the body and the bodily environment and the connections that he has. That is his first gross stage. Most of us, 99% of the population is in that stage of Dehatma Buddhi. Agree? Most of us. We identify with our the families we belong to, my wealth, my situations, we identify. We are still in a state of disturbance, duality. And that is a stage, and there is another stage you spoke about, is who has realized that is Atman. For him, the happiness and distress do not matter, though he might go through because of presently being in a body, and he knows that it is only the phase, and he is on the process of liberation from this cycle. And the Guru's mercy is, now that we are stuck in this gross ignorance of identification with body, the Guru helps us uncover this layer of ignorance. It's like cataract on the top of the eyes. When it's covered by cataract of ignorance, we cannot see who am I, my own identity. How many of us think philosophically on any aspect? Not just what is present world all about from this age. Of course, these kids are lucky; they are getting to hear. On a general note, what is the plan of children for children? Can you tell me what is on a typical family who is not into philosophy? What is their plan for children? What do they want to do for? What is the project for lifetime? What do they want to? They just want to prepare them for a living. Some are from day one. Now very soon these kids will start writing Java codes. Another 2 years. Earlier our technical knowledge, what you call vocational knowledge. Education two types. One is your knowledge per se. You are learning about nature, learning about culture, Bhagavan. Now there is no time for that. Straight away day one occasional. JavaScript, Java code. Then how to develop apps. Means that is preparation for occupation. Agree?
But
most people. But some, there is also additional spiritual knowledge is there.
Even though it is basically, but with due respect, I'm saying, since I'm also working in a corporate, I do see that people coming from all organizations like IIT, Kharagpur or IIM or from normal, there is nothing like bias, this is high or this is low. But I do see folks that like at an earlier stage, they are realizing this fact that this is constant chasing of the materialistic stuff. They are realizing some percentage it's going on a good path is what I'm saying.
That is a good symptom. Because just chasing monetary gains, chasing what you call monetary aspects of life is not going to satisfy. Whoever has done it has realized that it is not the aspect. So the culture is very rich. Indian culture is so rich that even if Indians want to be fully materialistic, they will not be able to become fully materialistic. It's just not in their, it's not their, what is not possible for them. But we have seen that of late, previously, the culture was, the environment was highly conducive for spiritual life. The environment was more and more largely favorable for the amount of, if you see analytical study of the environment as such. Now also it is very much spiritual. Even if they want, they cannot remove spirituality from Indian culture. Can an Indian become fully materialistic? Actually, there is a statement. Our people go to West. They just can't become Westerners. Because they can't, I can't tell examples, but in many aspects of life, Indians can never become Westerners. They'll still retain their Indianness in terms of bodily cleanliness, in terms of their habits, in terms of many things. Yes, because it is there. Who has taken birth as in the Bharatavarsha is definitely a very, very holy spirit or a very, very pious soul. What is that? What is the word, Prabhu? मनुष्य भारत भूमि तहिले भारत भूमि तहिले मनुष्य जन्म जन्म सार्थक करी कर पार्वतकार. To take birth as a human being in Bharatavarsha is the result of lot of pious activities. It's not accidental. It comes after, is the result of lot of pious activities. It's not accidental birth. Bharat Bhumi Tahile Manushya Janma Jar. You have taken, after a lot of austerities and punya, you have taken birth as human being in Bharatavarsha. Now perfect your life. Janma Sarthak Kari Kara Pavarta. You perfect your own life and pass on this message and mercy to others also. It's not just don't keep it to yourself. Even if you do good practice, that is not enough. You are supposed to distribute to others. That's why you do this preaching activities and all. Okay. So what you said is very correct. Indians can never be cut off from spirituality, but by and large, from an observation point of view, if you just track time, how influences, we are seeing that of late the component of spiritual aspects in our environment, in ourselves, is a little less or more or less than what it was some years ago. Because environment plays a very important role in some ways for me. I'll tell you what environment is. Just small example. A child has to study. Is like preparing for board exam, let's say, for example. So there are two scenarios. One scenario is where the child is studying in a drawing room. There is a TV going on in that room, and the mother is telling the child, "Beta, please go to the auntie's home and get some like tarkaris, some vegetables you get." The father will tell, "Beta, can you get my checkbook from the table? Go to my room." And dad will say, "Can you get my specs?" Every 10 minutes he is being disturbed from his studies. How much can he perform? Another scenario, nowadays they have this half bedroom study room they have. So there is a separate room allocated for this child, and all he has to do is sit and study. There is no disturbance. I heard many houses they close the TV during their board exam year. Correct? They just pack the TV itself. They don't operate. Nobody watches TV for entire board exam year. So that the child is correct. And many parents are taking half year sabbatical, bro. Full year, I have heard example, correct? They take 1 year sabbatical to support the child exam. The parents study, sin theta, cos theta, they study and they catch up with, I've seen examples.
Yes.
Correct, they do. Means, I'm saying the other example, just for the sake of example, where they is given separate half room to study with all facilities and nobody disturbs him during his studies. Which child will perform better? The second one who is given opportunity. So the point here is the environment that is given for the child. Sadhya is the goal. Sadhaka is the one who must achieve the sadhya. And the sadhana is the path or the practice he does to perform. Sadhaka, sadhya, sadhana. But to perform sadhana, he needs that environment. In a pious environment. That is example for it. What the main point I was telling. Earlier, we are all sadhakas. Sadhya is the goal. Sadhya is, no matter what our occupation is, no matter who we are, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, that doesn't matter. The common goal, sadhya for all human beings, is spiritual perfection. There is no second goal. I will become something else, no something else. All of us have to ultimately become spiritual. Now we are doing different occupations. When we reach our 80s, what if at all we reach? What will be our goal? Do you want to still prove yourself in the world or achieve something, set up a company? What do you want to do? Finish. Once you cross certain age, only goal will be all will be at the same classroom.
I think that is also an understanding, right? For example, what it says is, again, Krishna Paramatma, Brahmanas came from mouth because they do chant in Vedas and whatever pujas, and Kshatriyas came from shoulders because they will have to definitely protect. and then the next
The Vaishyas.
Vaishyas
Belly.
from
Belly.
yes. So because they will have to do their job, and the rest all have to do the service.
Service.
But at the end of the day, it is all from the same God only. So first of all, there is no difference of who is for who. Krishna himself has not said that there is a differentiation.
No difference.
It is the people who differentiated that.
Only the vritti.
Huh.
Vritti. You see, nobody is independent. We are all interdependent.
Okay.
If the belly says only I will enjoy, or the hand says I will not feed the. If the hand says I will not feed the belly, why should belly enjoy? Let me enjoy myself. If the hand starts eating itself, eating food, can it eat? It cannot. The whole body, the head, the hands, the belly, legs, everybody has to work together so that the entire body is safe. So Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, different according to our nature, according to our the role we are playing. We are all different. But it's a system. It's a system of cooperation where. But end of the day, the goal for all the categories is achieving God consciousness. That is a common goal, and that is the sadhya I am saying. Sadhya, sadhaka, and sadhana. Sadhana is bhakti seva. But for that, very important is the environment. Earlier, the system was so favorable. The moment you come out of your home, you will see a temple where the puja is happening. Naturally, you will bow down your hands and do puja. A few more yards you go ahead, you will see another pujari or some purohit coming here. And a few more yards ahead, you will see someone doing his religious duties. I mean to say, so wherever you see, there the environment would remind you of bhakti and again religion. So there were no any irreligious activities. Somebody cheating, somebody is doing very irresponsible behavior in any form. That was not to be seen. So naturally, by seeing that, our minds or our desires will be aligned according to what we see. What we observe. Children also observe. If children see we are supposed to do puja in the morning, they offer. Now compare the atmosphere today. How the moment you come out of home, you'll see a big billboard. Buy this, buy this, buy this. There is no customer कौन होता है? जो कष्ट के बाद कष्ट झेल के मरता है, वो कस्टमर होता है. कस्टमर, देना. कस्टमर जब बेचो खरीदो और मरो. Customer. This is our customer means he has to buy and he has to spend rest of his life crying for what he has to pay. That is one funny way of. It's true also. That's customer. And all industries, capitalism, everything is aimed at selling things. They say no, selling unnecessary necessities. Things you don't need at all. But they make you feel as if your life is incomplete without that luxury item or some product or prestige item. So this is how we are trapped in this. They pay you here and rob you next door. There is a company and there is a mall next door, they will rob you right there. And you come back home empty. That is a trick. Correct? They will pay here and they will rob you next door. But we are illusion that we are making progress. Anyway, that is all related. It goes with time. That's all right. Okay. But what only point I want to say is that's all point. The environment was more favorable before. Because of influences from West, they are making big history of all that. But nevertheless, the opportunity is still there. Still there are very pious souls. Still we see on a Vaikuntha Ekadasi thousands of people lined up from across occupations, across fields they come. That means the soul is the same. We haven't changed. So Prabhupada and Acharyas wanted to nourish that aspect. And like it or not, the atmosphere has become a bit polluted. On every form, the loyalty has reduced, honesty has reduced, the integrity of individuality has reduced, the materialism has increased, selfishness has increased, the cheating propensities have increased, materialism, sense, more attraction towards sense. Bangalore, there will hardly be any meat shops or any liquor shops in Bangalore. They are very less. It is a small village. Now you see mainly two things in Bangalore. MRP biryani. You know MRP?
Yeah.
You don't know what is MRP shop? MRP.
Maximum retail price.
Liquor shop.
Liquor shop, okay. MRP shops.
Bengaluru, wherever you go, you see two things. Whether temple you see or not, I cannot guarantee you. But two things you will definitely see. MRP biryani, MRP biryani. This is hospital. This is hospital. This is more than total. Eat, drink in MRP, eat in biryani, and third shop will be hospital. This is all. Earlier, these things are not visible.
That is true, because earlier that I'm talking about Krishna's lifetime, right?
Don't go that far, just go 50 years ago.
No, what I'm coming to say is there were things like, okay, wherever Madhur, the liquor, and wherever there is an ill treatment to females, wherever there is so much of love for gold, these are the 10 or 20 or whatever, these are the places where Kali resides so much. So that was like separate. Now it's like there's no separate.
Kali has gone deep in every aspect, every individual. That's the question. There's a Bhagavatam discussion is also there. That was the time after Krishna departed. When Krishna was there, it was proper.
Yes.
The Dwapara Yuga, Dharma was very much in place. After Krishna left, the Kali Yuga began, and Parikshit Maharaj has an encounter with Kali. The story, famous story is also there. So Kali asked Parikshit Maharaj, give me some place. Otherwise, there is no place for me. Everything is dharma, everybody is following so much. Give me some place. Then he says, wherever there are 4 activities. Dyutam panam striyah shunam. Yatra adharma chaturvida. Yatra adharma chaturvida. Dyutam, gambling. Panam, intoxication. Dyutam panam striyah, illicit relationship. Illicit connection, relationship. Panam striya, shunam, killing, unwanted killing. Dyutam panam striya shunam. Yatra adharma chaturvida. These are the 4 types of adharmas. Wherever these adharmas happen, it can comfortably reside. He is given permission to Kali. So wherever these things are happen, Kali Yuga, and where it doesn't happen, that is the question now. By and large, most people are in. That is the influence of Kali Yuga. But in the middle of Kali Yuga, there is still an opportunity. There is Kale dosha nidharajan asti eko mahadguna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param rajayat. Though Kali Yuga is the abode or the go down is the nidhi of doshas. Kale dosha nidharajan. Asti, there is one good quality, only one good quality. Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param rajayat. Only one quality is that people can chant the holy name. And we are not qualified for any other process of dharma. Can you sit and do meditation for thousands of years? We don't have a lifespan. Krita Yuga, people used to meditate for thousands of years. They had that lifetime, they had that peace of mind, and environment was so favorable. Treta Yuga, they used to do elaborate yajna yagas. You cannot do that now. Dwapara Yuga, elaborate deity worship. Devasthan, they used to cook in golden pots, offer in golden pots, show everything pakka, shuddhi, pure everything. Now we cannot. Kali Yuga, only one we can do is Kali, what is that? Treta Yuga, Dwapara Parichaya, Kalopat, Harikirtan. In Kali Yuga, only one quality we can definitely do with shuddhi is Harikirtan. And for that, we don't need any paraphernalia. I don't need ghee, I don't need any dravyas I need. All I need is my willingness to chant the holy name. And the holy name is very simple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. And the people are very, very unqualified, degraded. And if the Lord goes on demanding, you should be like this. If he puts a entry criteria, all of us will get rejected. What chance we have to to serve or survive so much of tests? We don't have. I will just recite 2 verses. How merciful is Nityananda Prabhu? How he has given us this mercy. Otherwise, but for his mercy, we will not be able to accept or advance in bhakti. So this last verse, Archana. Although Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balaram himself, he nonetheless always thinks of himself as the eternal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. what is the mood of Nityananda Prabhu? See, Chaitanya Seva, Chaitanya Gao, Lao Chaitanya Nama, Chaitanya ye bhakti kare, say mora prana. Nityananda Prabhu is saying, please do service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, means do service to Krishna, to chant Krishna's name, and who can perform bhakti towards Chaitanya. That those people who do that are my friends. Ei Mata Loke Chaitanya, Ei Mata Chaitanya, Ei Mata Loke Chaitanya Bhakti Loya, Dina Hina Nindaka, Sabara Nistara Liya. In this way, Lord Nityananda Prabhu introduced the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everyone without discrimination. Even though the people were fallen souls and blasphemers, were delivered by this process. Dina, Hina, Nindaka, Patita, all were delivered. Because Kali Yuga, we are that class. We have no qualification. We have no interest in bhakti. Our mind naturally gravitates towards Vishaya only. If there is, I have seen in temples also, there is a bookstall and there is all these eateries, Panipuri, Masala Puri, all this. People spend 1,000 rupees there. 90% of the crowd gravitate towards eateries only. Hardly out of, you will not believe, in one of the temples in JP Nagar, the footfalls is almost about 8 to 10,000 people turnout for Vaikuntha Ekadasi. We could sell only 160 books. And out of hundreds of people, 1 or 2 people come and see the bookstore. Very few. Rest all will default go and go to the eateries. I tell them, Baba, spend only 300 rupees here. You are anyway going to spend 500 rupees there. Half of that is spent. No, it's very expensive, very costly. But that is not expensive. Means I mean, not to blame them, but that is the natural trend. Prabhupada, to summarize, Srila Prabhupada said, Prabhupada's very powerful observation. I personally quote this. Prabhupada told, today's world is suffering from spiritual starvation. Do you agree? Today's world and all the so-called of depression, mental stress, restlessness. Many people are under tremendous stress, bro. Many people who are working, they feel that today is maybe my last day. People are getting fired over a meeting. If there is a group meeting, boardroom means some of them, some wickets are gone. Correct? Layoffs happen overnight, over emails. Sorry, you are. Sometimes people go and the access card doesn't work in the office premise. Yesterday I checked out, I walked out of the office, my access card doesn't work. If it doesn't work means, sorry, you are gone. You just submit your laptop and you should get going. We are fired in no time. I think, and it's not that he is free man. He has already taken up so many commitments. He has a home loan to pay, he has a car loan to pay, he has some school fees to pay, bills to pay. What will he do with all this, so much of, see, look at the anxieties, how much difficult we are. And even those who have it, one saintly person told, the poor are not poor. The monetarily poor are not poor. The really poor are these rich ones. The poverty is more when they go on the financial ladder more. Agree? They are, if you see through their lives in a fine way, I have seen many cases, they have bungalows. The house is so big that you can accommodate around about 20-25 people. There are about 7-8 rooms in one big bungalow. And the family has about 3-4 sons. Big bungalow in Bangalore. I will not tell name and location. Very big bungalow, lot of facilities, everything. The whole family can stay. Even some more families can stay there also. But the old parents are staying alone. Old lady and all the sons have shifted out of home. No son is staying, no children are staying with them. The mother says, they shifted out. They went out. You can see that pain in her eyes. Wealthy people, very wealthy. What is wealth to do? If middle class family, all of them stay together, it is more of a wealthy environment or a more rich life. Prabhupada tells in Chaitanya Charitamrita, who is rich, who is poor? Nowadays, who is rich, who is high class, low class? That is the word. Who do you think is high class? General, high class ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ? ನಿತಾಯ್?
Who has more money?
See, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. Who has more bangla, car, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ is high class ಅಲ್ಲ? Low class ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಣ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Oh, like footpath workers. Prabhupada tells, high class means God conscious people are high class people. God conscious, devotional, dharmic people are high society. That is high society. Godless people, atheistic, non-devotional people, however rich monetarily, wherever they are low class. Agree, bro? The devotee class, the devotional dharmic class is the high society. Non-dharmic lot is the low society. This is definition proper rights. I really like this. High class, high society, low society. And Prabhupada gave opportunity for all of us to come up to that high standard of devotional life. Others, our karma, wherever we take, that's all right. We are all earning our bread in a dignified way. That is perfect. That doesn't affect our anyway. But what is our engagement? Prabhupada told us, today's world is suffering from spiritual starvation, and all the problems stem or spring from this. Your depression is coming from here, the anxieties are coming, individual, collective difficulties are coming here. There is a nice statement in Bhagavad Gita also. There is complete facility for the small units for us to understand the complete. Bhagavad Gita is there. You cannot say, I didn't get the opportunity. The Gita is there, the acharyas are there, the associations are there, temples are there. Nobody can say, I didn't get a chance, or there is no facility. There is complete facility for us to understand the complete. And all incompleteness in our life, all kinds of incompleteness in our life is due to incomplete knowledge of the complete. There is complete facility to understand the complete, and incompleteness like stress, ignorance, misery, vacantness, vacuum, all this, what is emotional starvation, this starvation, vacuum, the new word is vacuum. There is no space for me, there is vacuum around me. All these terminologies, jargons are because of incompleteness of the complete. The only way to complete your life is to understand the complete, which is Bhagavan. Prabhupada told, spiritual starvation, whole world is suffering from spiritual starvation, and Krishna consciousness is the nourishment for that starvation. When you are starving, you need food. Is this starvation is the nourishment for that? It will fulfill. That's why we are satisfied. Are you satisfied from your life? Are you satisfied, Prabhu? Don't we have problems? We have problems. But are you satisfied as a person, Nitai? Yeah. He is satisfied. He is satisfied. Why? Because we are serving Krishna. Circumstances be whatever it is, but we are satisfied because we know there is a higher destination, there is a higher care that is given. And again, last two more examples. Prabhupada told with some disappointment. He told, when he came to India for the first time and saw people so much into matter, Vishaya, he said, बहुत पुण्य करके आपको भारतवर्ष में जन्म मिला है, बहुत पुण्य करके आपको भारतवर्ष में जन्म मिला है, अभी क्यों अपने पुण्य को खो बैठते हो? You got some Hindi? Understand some Hindi? No? Okay. After so much of pious merits from past life, you have taken human birth in India. After having done so much of piety in the past, you have come to human birth in India. Why are you wasting your piety? By not engaging in bhakti or devotional activities. Does it make sense? He says he saw Indians indulging in Vishaya. He said, you have taken a very pious birth. Why are you wasting? And again, classic one. His Guruji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, told about present plight of Indians, where we are heading towards. He said about Indians, how we are missing out on what is very important for us. He says, present Indians, he says, people who stay close to a railway station always miss the train. People who stay close to a railway station always miss the train. We are like that. People from Russia, Africa, all over, they are practicing with such intensities. And we are here. Absolutely no hurry to achieve, go so, he said, don't go so fast, time is there, you get old, you let you cross 60, 70, correct? Some are told, advised to go slow, not that intense. Or as a tendency, I'm not generalizing all of them, but there is a tendency to, at least the intensity is not that intense or that vibrant as it was before. Nowadays we are seeing a lighter version of that, and Prabhupada has warned us to pull up our socks. because which is our norm? Norm in India is regular nourishing spiritual practice on a daily basis. Like we eat food, nourishment, sufficient. We don't eat half chapati, half meal. We eat full meal as much as we need. But we are eating half spiritually. We are eating our material meal is still too full, quite full. He's saying you take sufficient spiritual nourishment also. That is the message proper to, which is we are undernourished. If you agree, most of us are undernourished spiritually. You have to increase that the dosage or intake of spiritual food.
Because if it is not happening on a daily basis, we get pulled by Maya.
Yeah.
So it's like food, if that dose is given on a daily basis, we will know like how
Yeah.
to deal with that.
You got the nerve. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So
And the other thing, kindly correct me if I'm, okay, approachability to the Paramatma when we talk. It is like there are certain things like, okay, for yogi, Paramatma resides in the heart, and for folks who are into this homas and all this, Paramatma is in the fire, and another thing is there, but I will come to it later. The third one is like for most of the folks, Paramatma is like, okay, I go to temple, and here is where is Paramatma. That's most,
Yeah.
90% plus,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah,
Paramatma is in a place in the form of the idol. But actually, when we see every object, subject or whatever, everything with equanimity, then Paramatma is there.
yeah.
There itself, right? So it's like approaching Krishna is possible. However we want to come as my brother, he'll come. Come as my sister, he'll come as my whatever, right? As a friend, as a father. So the Paramatma is approachable in any form that we would like to have him. The only thing is, bhakti is definitely needed, I'm not denying it, but bhakti alone is not,
Yeah.
will not help, because we will have to see every person with equanimity.
Yeah. I'll do a quiz. There is a verse to the exact point that Mataji said. The transcendentalist who is enlightened sees the Lord everywhere. There is a verse. ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ವಿನಯ ಸಂಪನ್ನೆ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣೆ ಗವಿ ಅಸ್ತಿ ಶುನಿಚೈವ ಶುಪಾಕೇಶ ಪಂಡಿತ ಸಮದರ್ಶನ. To the point what she told, there is in the Bhagavad Gita. I will pull out that verse also. Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. 5.18. Okay, we will chant this verse together. You will appreciate the translation also. It's very much, it's the very same thing what you just said. Who has transcended, who has attained that knowledge, he sees Paramatma everywhere, not just in the temple. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane Gavihastini, Shuni Chaiva Shvapakesha, Pandita Samadarshinaha. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. He sees because he sees the Lord in every form, everywhere. Stava Jangam Dekhi na dekhi tar murti. The transcendentalist, he doesn't see Stava Jangam. He only sees the Lord everywhere, because everything is the energy of Krishna, everything is the form of Krishna. So in Kali Yuga, the process of connecting to God, there is a Bhakti Marga. Earlier, as I told, there was Yajna Yaga performances, worship performances. Now we don't have that cleanliness or stability of mind or that lifespan, or that ability to focus. The Kali Yuga, the way, the sadhana marga, or the process of understanding Bhagavan and purifying ourselves is the holy name. All the Shastras say Harinam Sankirtan. So the simplest, it's given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Harinam is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And for us, the main sadhana marga is to chant Hare Krishna mantra. We read the Bhagavad Gita, the books of Prabhupada. One is holy name and the Shastra, and we associate. Okay. If you can kindly chant Hare Krishna mantra for a few minutes every day. If you have a card, we can also send you the There are Hare Krishna cards. If you just Google Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you will get stickers and everything. Just open the sticker and chant 5-10 minutes. You will feel the difference. Yeah. Prabhupada told it's a kind of a challenge, or it's kind of a experiment. Prabhupada told you just do an experiment. You chant this mantra for 1 month, every day 5 minutes. Like if you open Hare Krishna mantra on YouTube or Google, you search Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you get stickers, nice stickers. You put it, a few times you chant, you will get it bad. And try this experiment of chanting Hare Krishna mantra with unbiased mind. Let's see, not with any bias or prior understanding. Let's see how it works. Just chant for 1 month and see the difference.
It definitely does.
It does. You chant.
Yeah, because no, I do Vishnu Sahasranama in the morning.
Oh, you have seen, yeah.
But people who are superb, they are not able to spend that time to go through Vishnu Sahasranama end to end. Of course, these are the simple way to reach there, but it definitely does miracles, no question about it.
Yeah. Please chant. It's very nice. You are chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. It requires about 20 minutes. If those are fluent, my friend also does.
Yes.
When a good flow, who has learned it by heart, 20 minutes he can complete one stretch. Very good. So please also 5 minutes you spend chanting Hare Krishna mantra.
No, there is no sitting. Even when I walk or when I do itself, that only goes inside.
Very nice. Yeah, please.
So that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, it is just while walking also it goes, while cooking also it goes. There is nothing like, okay, I set some time aside and do this. Because when we are into office work, of course we have to do the justice for that work because we are earning money at the
You
end
have to
of the
spend
day.
time, you
So
have to
that
focus
time
on
we
what you
can't.
are
So
Papa matre.
But while cooking or
Papa matre.
You by default you
keep chanting.
in the back of mind this
Yes.
going on. Yes. So please come over to our Saturday programs. So every week we are doing this. So Prabhupada told this is a facility to practice. And again Prabhupada told one nice day comes by. He says spirituality is something to be practiced and practiced in the company of those who share the same commitment. It's like a club, maths club, physics club, this club, that club. This is the Bhagavad Gita club where we sit together. Same commitment. Our commitments are same. To understand Shastra and practice Krishna consciousness. So please come and be part of this. That will be nice. Thank you. So Balaram is the personification of service, and what we take from today is the mood of service to the Lord. And what services to do, Giriraj Prabhu will give a blueprint of services that we are really creating the mood. And we can figure out together how we can contribute for doing our preaching service. We'll make up come up with some tasks as such.
I think first and foremost is to come regularly for the Saturday program. Because many things can be achieved once we come here.
Yes.
So we can, it's understandable also, Monday to Friday people are busy in so many things.
Yeah.
So on their own it is difficult. But when we sit together like this and discuss, so I think the first service is
Coming, and we will also see what we can do to pass it on to others. Some preaching assignments.
I think first self,
Self,
then
yeah.
to others.
Then
First let us
come together and practice. Then whatever we can do. Hamalaji, how did you get this program?
I know Vindhya, so she had forwarded.
Oh, nice.
So it's not, intent is not that should not attend satsang, but like I said, for most of the folks it's Monday to Friday. For me it's not like that. I work for factories, so it's like Ireland and Israel factories. So
So you work on Saturdays also?
Yeah, because the fabrication factories operates all through the week.
So you have to support?
I'm not in software, I'm into supply chain. But what I'm saying is like, certain are not the common thing like Monday to Friday. For certain folks, even the Saturdays and Sundays are also packed based on their work. But wherever the opportunity, not that waiting for something, it is just even if I'm alone, I can do something. That kind of thing has come to me because of my restriction to other stuff. I cannot move around much for sure.
Yeah, good. Now that facility is there, whenever, if in Saturdays you make this slot available, this Saturday evening slot, that's my request. Since the facility is there, Because it's very rare to see such satsangs where people gather together and chant. It's one such facility in this locality.
Definitely.
You can take advantage. And you can tell your friends who are like-minded, who want to discuss philosophy. You can come over, ask questions. It's an open discussion. It's not like we tell and you just listen. No? It's an exchange of thoughts. Thank you. You take it.
Thanks so much.
Prabhu,
Thanks. Your good name, madam?
Anjana.
Anjana. Okay.
Prabhu,
Anjana, mother of Maruti.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
we didn't chant sloka.
Or it can be otherwise said
Anjanaya.
also. Something which is, normally they say Anjana, in certain language it's
Prabhu.
black.
Okay.
So yeah, that which was there before anything was there. That is everyone, not just Anjana. Is only in this life I'm identified as Anjana, but I'm actually
Yeah,
not
that's true.
Anjana.
Which
So,
language you speak, mother?
Mother tongue is Kannada,
Kannada.
but born and brought up in Tamil Nadu.
You know Tamil,
Here for
Kannada.
2 decades. So,
Thank you.
Prabhu,
We'll take it, sir. Yes.
we
Shloka,
didn't chant
shloka.
sloka.
Yeah, please, yeah. Mataji, our
Nishita.
Nichita, Kumari Nichita has learned some shlokas. They put up the effort to, yeah.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भावसमन्विता मच्चित्ता मद्गदा प्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तः प्रमाणमित्यं शृण्वन्ति च
Tushyanti cha,
Ramanti.
तुष्यन्ति च
Ramanti cha.
रमन्ति च
ಮತ್ತೆ ದೇಶಾಂ ಸತ್ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗ ಗುಡ್ ಜಾಬ್. So at this age if you feed the spiritual knowledge it will nourish the consciousness. Very good. ಜೈ. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ದೇಶಾಂ ಸತ್ ತೆಗ್ತಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ವಾರ. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Take that mat so that it can for
ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ಬೋದಾ? ಬಿಡು